Hey guys, what's going on? Just doing a little video today, checking in, just seeing how we're all doing. Obviously, I'm normally out and about doing work and doing things and wherever, and with the lockdown in effect here in Wales, not doing too much. So just thought I'd do some more social media videos, work on my live video game, which is terrible. I've got to stop saying and I'm terrible at it, and I'm gonna try my hardest. I thought it could even be like a drinking game for someone. Obviously, those of us old enough to drink, but it's kind of something that you do at uni. I remember us playing cards, and if you said one thing, that would be a rule, and then people would have a drink. See, that could have been one of them then. Anyway, today has been a bit of a weird day. It's been a bit of a weird day. So generally, I don't really go out and do too much exercise in the sort of normal daytime hours. Living on Barry Island, everyone comes here. Obviously, I can't blame them for doing that. It's a beautiful place, and I feel really lucky to live here. But it's a bit of a nightmare for doing social distance stuff because, everywhere you go, they'll end up being a bottleneck. And when I say bottleneck, you'll walk on a car park, then the car park will funnel down to a tiny little walkway. You've got people coming towards you, you'll come towards them. You got like people who think they're being clever doing social distance walks with 4 or 5 other people. So you've got like one person 2 meters apart, another 2 meters apart, and then you just literally can't do anything safely. So for the most part, we've just been doing our minimal exercise or whatever, or runs and stuff, but at really weird times and late at night and stuff like that. But today, it wouldn't be a video of mine without some interruption. I'm just gonna turn my ringer off. So today was a bit of a weird one though, because it was my granddad's funeral, and I thought, I've been pretty obviously upset and stuff, but I've never really lost anyone before, so I've just been going through all that for a while, and like he had dementia for a while as well, so like I kind of felt like, I don't know if anyone else has had any experience with family members with dementia and stuff, but when you start realizing that they kind of not really the same person anymore, and they don't recognize you, and it's kind of sad. And I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that like it's almost like I've done a bit of the grieving and stuff at that point. So like his dementia took a turn for the worse. He had a fall, broke his arm, went into hospital. They moved into a COVID ward because he picked up COVID while he was in there, and passed away peacefully, they tell us. But yeah, it's just really weird. Obviously went to the funeral today, Barry Crematorium, and my mum's my mind's gone blank. People who give services and things like that, a celebrant, there we go. So she took the service, which was interesting, and yeah, but it's just horrible because of the lockdown and the rules and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to give my nan a massive hug, and just tell her, it'll be, I'm so sorry, but we'll all be having fun and smiling soon enough. Like, this is horrible right now, but let's remember the best bits. And you can't hug people. Obviously, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's just a really weird, horrible situation. But before that, I took the bike out because I haven't been sleeping very well, like a couple of days ago, and I don't know, it felt a bit weird knowing that I had this funeral today, and I don't know how to feel about it. So I went for a bike ride earlier today, and I thought I'd see how it was. If it was busy, I was obviously going to turn around and just forget about it, but went for a bike ride, and the amount of traffic that you see out and about, it's like we're not in lockdown anymore. I don't know, it's just weird. But I had a good ride. I managed to. It was quiet enough to keep socially distant. I did notice on Barry Island there were a lot of police officers in vans marking the. The front is like a one-way system, and they've kind of bollarded it off with metal bollards or whatever, and they've said don't park here, you shouldn't be travelling for exercise. All the same lockdown rules are in force, and people were ignoring them. So now they've literally sent PCSOs and police officers with vans and vehicles to just, like, you know, stand next to signs and roadblocks because people are not listening. And I've seen a few things on social media, people saying, oh, isn't it a bit oppressive? And you think, well, like, we're in lockdown. We need to sort of be careful about, like, getting together in big groups and spreading this virus. So if people are just going to completely ignore the advice, then I guess they don't have a choice. They don't want to be out there doing it. I know there's a lot of people have got different opinions on the police, but, like, the signs are there. Just try and follow the advice. The amount of people that I see ignoring the advice and the lockdown measures and stuff, it's bananas. I just can't get over it. And today was just it was such a surreal, weird day as well, because I went on a ride and I saw all these people that, you know, not really caring about social distancing and doing this stuff. You know, the police are there, and it's wasting their time, really, because if people just did what they were told and did the lockdown procedures properly and stuff, then they wouldn't, you know, have to stand there and make sure that people didn't do it. So there was all that kind of stuff going on in Barry Island, and I went for my ride and I went up top end of Barry. Obviously I went to the top of my town, to people that don't live in Barry. Then I came back and I went back to Culver. No, I can't remember. Anyway, I went back, and, like, basically on one of the top roads, it was really, really busy, and there was just so many cars that I couldn't get over it. And I don't know, like, maybe they've gone shopping, maybe they're going to work, but it didn't look like they were going shopping, and it didn't look like they were in work. And I almost got clipped by about 3 or 4 cars because, you know, the cars full of people chatting, not paying any attention to cyclists and stuff. So I was hoping I'd be, like, super chill and, like, talking about having an amazing ride and everything's awesome, but unfortunately that was the case for most of it. And then towards the end, I literally had, like, just, I don't know, people who obviously care a lot about their cars but don't care about other road users, and it was pretty upsetting. So that's my grumble done. I'm told myself I'm not gonna be negative about that, even though I wanted to, and I almost got knocked off my bike 4 times. Just pay attention. Just look. If you see a cyclist, give them some room. You're not going to get there any faster, and it's not going to be good for you if you hurt someone, is it? So just chill. Just take your time. Go around them. And there we go. We'll leave that there. Yeah. So top end of Barry, then I start seeing loads of people with, like, wearing black clothes and stuff like that, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is by the crematorium. And it was just such a weird, surreal thing, because I left the house, people didn't care, you know, busy, people ignoring all the signs, wasting the police time, making they have to go out and babysit people now. People don't care. Go to the top end of Barry, everyone's in black, loads of people, like. And then obviously I was one of those people. Obviously I didn't wear black because my family, they organised a funeral, and they said just don't wear black. We're just, you know, we're not doing black. So I just went in a colourful shirt and some trousers, trying to be positive, trying to remember my granddad, who basically brought me up. He taught me all the stuff that people's dads normally do, you know, like tying your shoelaces, telling the time, take me out every day, going on adventures, and we shared some stories, and the service was nice and stuff. I thought I was going to be alright, but I was just really upset, which is understanding, I guess. But so yeah, like, let's look after each other. Let's not be silly. Let's do things properly, and you know, like, if you have to wait a little bit longer to do stuff that you enjoy doing, just wait a little bit longer. Like, it's not worth someone not being with us anymore. So yeah, that was that, really. And funnily enough, I don't know if I mentioned this, well, it depends on where you're checking videos out, but I for about 2 weeks I've lost my Garmin.
2 weeks I've been looking. I was about to pull the trigger on buying a brand new Garmin, which was going to cost me 200 quid, and then found.
Just before I was about to leave to go to the funeral, it was right there underneath the telly, and I'm not one for like, you know, all weird putting meanings on stuff like that, but I did think it was kind of funny that like I had been looking for this thing for weeks, and just before I was gonna go to the funeral, which I was feeling a bit weird about, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, because obviously I was like, oh, that's nice. I found the thing I've been looking for weeks. But yeah, you know, if anyone else has been to a funeral during this coronavirus times, it's not nice, is it? I don't know, you just want to give your family members a hug and tell them it's going to be okay, and you can't, you're just all separated, and it's just a bit weird. But let's keep positive. Like I said, I'm going to wrap up now because I've got to sort of get some bits ready. I'm doing my training, doing my flight evaluation test with the UAV hub. Highly recommend them. Awesome. I'm 9/10 of the way to being a qualified drone pilot, and I'm really excited about it. It's something I've put off doing for a while, and now I've jumped on board, and I'm really excited to be working in the drone industry. I've got a couple of commercial clients I'm in talks with at the moment, like letting them know the situation, and hopefully I'll be able to provide drone services, not just for my commercial stuff, but also for the wedding stuff that I shoot too. So that's really exciting. Yeah, let's keep positive. Don't be wallies. Look after each other. Try and be sensible, and let's keep that positivity going. And I'll check in with you guys later in the week. Right, in a bit.